So you can see that the distance is like basically from this fortress you can easily reach this mill. So what I think Isengard needs to do, it's hard for me because I don't have too much experience on this map either, but I think you need to capture this one and then fight here before capturing this. So you want to get this one and this one, but against Rohan it's quite difficult. I think against Gondor it's better because Gondor can't pressure all 3 settlements at the same time, but Rohan can definitely do this. So Rohan is actually recruiting 1 extra peasant from the farm inside the base. He's sending the peasant forward to capture this one and also this one simultaneously. So he will have 3 starting farms right off the bat. Remember, the farms you build outside, they give you more money because they start with level 2. And also the recruit time of the peasants is gonna be lower. From a level 2 farm you will recruit them 3 seconds faster, and every single second matters in this game. Every single second matters. So he was able to chase those peasants. Isengard has only 1 settlement. He's gonna go for a second one with the Vorka, but again, keeping this protected is going to be kind of difficult. He will be pressuring this, which I believe is a big mistake. The thing is, you can win the 1v1 situation against the peasants without the war chant. So Uruks are way stronger. Shield ball formation gonna make them also way tankier. Slaughterhouse is the better call. It's tankier, has also more HP than a lumber mill, so it's harder to be destroyed, and also you can repair this very easily. Earlier you couldn't repair this in 1.06 because when you wanted to right click on this building, they wanted to be sold, but now you can't sell them anymore. The lumber mill workers, they will definitely be able to repair this. So Rohan was able to capture this. Will he recruit any additional peasants? That's the big question. I think he needs at least 1 more farm because he has only 2 farms, 1 farm inside the base and 2 farms outside. The stable might be a little bit too risky because your horses will be quite expensive. But again, in 2.22 you get actually money quite fast. So that's going to be also nerfed in the version 3.0 because I think it's just too fast, the money you get. And that's actually not a bad start into the game from Isengard. He will also be eventually able, but it's okay. I mean, actually it's not okay because he has only 1 Uruk pit and Rohan already going for his stable. But you will see he needs to wait for the Rohirrim now. Look his money, he has 200 in the bank. So he has only 2 farms outside, 3 farms, but this one is getting pressured. Look, the worker, you look at this. Uruks attacking, peasants repairing like crazy, like bam 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 bam. Look, this repair rate is faster because not many Uruks are remaining on the field. Look at this. You will never be able to destroy this, never. So he will be recruiting now a Rohirrim warrior for 450. Gate rush, please. Money inside the castle needs to be lowered. Yeah, definitely. It will be lowered already, it's confirmed. Money inside the castle will be lowered. Money outside the castle is gonna still remain the same. So map control is gonna be more rewarding and campy playstyle is gonna be more punishing. But again, boys, I always say it because it's important. I'm happy that we are hosting this, so we can discover things which need to be fixed, which need to be changed. Between good players, it's very easy to see what is obviously strong and has to be tuned down, what is obviously weak and has to be buffed. And it's a work in progress, the patch 2.22. Luckily, we have a launcher, which means, you know, whenever there is an update, you need to just click on update. You don't have to manually download anything anymore. 3.0 is going to be a massive patch update, so stay tuned. It's going to be released around 20 December with a lot of new stuff, including a new campaign for the evil. New launcher is going to be also released, which will make this downloading, uploading way faster. Our current launcher is not bad, but it's just too slow. Needs like 15 minutes to make a patch update, which is just not good enough. But luckily, one of our patch developers is making brand new launcher for us, guys. So it's going to be quite nice. Double furnace, towering up. Uruk pit level 2 for the pikeman. I mean, to be honest, this is a way better start for Isengard, for Fishy, than it was for Stevie in the previous game. Isengard mid-game is still very strong, but again, against Gondor it would be easier. But against Rohan, it's not. I want to hear who finished Helm's Deep on hard and no liars. I finished multiple times, my friend. It's definitely possible. The good campaign you are talking about. The 3.0 before the finals? No, we won't switch patches mid-tournament. We can maybe avoid playing the Mordor against Gondor, because that legit seems to be the only hard and difficult matchup. But again, only on small maps, on a map like this maybe. On Westfold, Mordor can definitely beat any faction. But it was always like this. Mordor, the problem is when you make Mordor strong in this small map, it will become unstoppable in the big maps. And nothing can beat Mordor. You saw me playing today Mordor against Isengard. Stevie! Oh my goodness. He was running straight into the pikeman, just like I did. I also made this mistake today. It's quite punishing when you do this. Berserker to counter the enemy peasants. Eco is gonna look good now with the industry on this furnace. You remember you get 300% bonus, which is like a rework. It's not a nerf or a buff. It's like a rework. It might be a buff in some certain situations. In a castle map, it doesn't really do much for you. It doesn't really make you better or worse. But in a camp map, it's definitely a nerf. Because in a camp map, Isengard and Mordor could use industry on 6 furnaces, which was just too broken. On Anorian, for example, you buy the middle camp, you use industry on 6 furnaces, and hallelujah, you just get like insane money. Fish is doing good in this game, by the way, guys. He has like 3 lumber mills outside. He gets also wood bonus. He has a full base going for the work pit. Stevie messed up. I think he went for the steeple a bit too early. Didn't make enough peasant spam. Peasant spam on a small map like this could be quite rewarding. And Fishy is playing out of his mind. Fishy is doing a phenomenal job. You have now Rohirrim, 2 battalions. He was also able to creep. Remember, you need 4 Rohirrim to get it to level 2. Then you can buy the Horseman Shield for 1200. For 75% armor against arrows, which is pretty nice when it comes to rush the enemy base. So the sentry towers are going to deal way less damage. But you gotta keep in mind, the longer you wait with the rush, the harder it's going to become. Because the furnaces are gonna be way tankier. And in addition to that, you will also be able to shoot. So there is going to be a way, more defensive capabilities for the evil faction castle, because every building can shoot with level 3. Even a work pit can shoot. The Uruk pit can't, but that's pretty much it. Every other building beside the Uruk pit can shoot. Even Armory from Isengard can shoot in 2.22 once you purchase the upgrade. 2 power points in the bank. You need 1 more for the Elven Alliance. But Isengard is growing rich. Isengard is creeping a lot. Has 1 power point after Palantir Industry. Palantir has been used on his Warg Riders. We see also the new animation. So it gives you now 20% more movement speed instead of 15. So you have like more cash potential. And now you can see it visually, He has heavy armor purchased, by the way, on his Rohirrim. Forge Bleed's not purchased yet. Rohan is not that rich. He has only 1 farm outside. And remember, Rohan without map control is very weak. So in order to win this as Rohan, you need map control. Because you have only 7 spots in your castle. So with 7 spots against 8 spots in map control, you just can't contest this. Okay, I mean, Fishy is doing a good job demolishing everything just in time. Without Forge Bleeds, you don't have the real... Oh! Don't lose the banner. It's level 2. Never switch banner. When there is only banner remaining, and you change the battle formation to wedge formation, for example, the banner will disappear. There's like an old common bug in BFME. He's saying, I cannot. I think he's not feeling very good. Fishy has the full map control. Peasants with the Forge Bleeds, no heavy armor. Yeah, definitely countering the pikemen, but look at the minimap, boys. Isengard is taking over the map. You see, that's what I'm talking about. Isengard is very strong in the mid game. So your early game is like every faction is like a strength bonus in some certain situations in the game. Rohan, for example, is a very strong faction early game. Gondor too, but then they fall off mid game. Isengard is an extremely strong faction in the mid game. You can see with the industry bonus, you get like the full base in a few seconds. You can spam pikemen. You have the crazy production speed with the Uruk pit. Your pikemen will be recruited in 16 seconds from a level 3 building. That's actually crazy. So you can spam the whole map. And that's what I did, for example, in my game before against Gondor. I was literally spamming pikemen. It doesn't matter if you lose them, because it's rewarding as you get power points from losing units. It's all about having map presence, and it's about keeping the opponent busy fighting for the settlements and keeping him away from your castle. That's what Fishy is trying to do. Isengard is not a good camping faction unless you get to very late game situation with like a Uruk crossbowman army, you have like Lord Saruman, then you can be quite hard to be beaten. But mid-game you are not very good camper, and you have a lot of expensive units upgrades, so you need map control. And this is achievable with like Warg, Rider, Pikeman spam. Spam them all day. Look, he has outposts with 2 furnaces in tower. He has even money for Saruman, I believe. Yeah, Saruman is already recruited, by the way. Going for the armory next. Theoden is here. But Rohan is very poor. He has 0 settlements outside. 0. Everything is white. What a performance from Fishy. Why did Bilbo leave the Shire and let the ring for Frodo? I don't know, my friend. Because of Gandalf. He wanted to go on an adventure. He's gonna call it. And that's gonna be the game number 2. It's 2-0 for Fishy. We're gonna go now for the game number 3. Oh, that's a matchup and a half, boys. That's a matchup and a half. I like this one. The only problem is Isengard is on host. So basically Gondor should be the on host player and it will be perfect. But I like this one. Stevie is definitely capable of playing this matchup. He's gonna wall check. It need to demolish buildings in time. But it's lagging. It's gonna be a Uruk Pit Furnace opening. Okay, I think this opening is better in 2.22. Oh, would you look at this? Blacksmith and Barracks opening for man. Also, this is a very good opening for 2.22, I think. The problem is, when you're against Mordor, it's going to be delaying your stable quite a lot. I don't think it's good against Mordor that much, but it's definitely good against Isengard. Why are you asking? Glad you're asking, because it gives you the chance to get your Pippin with the soldiers, which is going to be extremely hard to defend. Uruk, he was not even capturing this because he has no time, no money to do this. It's going to be an Elven Wood placement, of course, immediately on the Elven Wood. Your units have more armor, and enemy units losing their leadership bonuses. So basically the War Chant won't work on the Elven Wood. That's why you place it right on the spot around the settlement, but you don't want to place it in the middle of the settlement. You don't want to place it like this. The reason is simple. When you do this, and he captures this, it will disable the Elven Wood automatically. So you want to place it the way Fishy did it. It's very important. I mean, of course, Hobbit is going to be the best call here. He needs to bring yet another Uruk. It needs to be a 3v2 situation. That's the only way Isengard can win this. Micro is essential. They are very tanky. Hold ground stance. I mean, shield wall formation plus the Elven Wood. They get additional armor. But Uruks are just, you know, micro is very important, like I said, because you want to make sure that every single Uruk is able to participate in the fight. Right now, Steve is doing a good job. Almost everyone, yeah, indeed everyone is able to attack. But again, as you can see, Peregrine Took is doing a phenomenal job, hitting like a truck. But the soldiers are about to be killed very soon. This one has still 4 members. It's all about hit level 2. That's what Stevie has to be careful about. You don't want the soldier to hit level 2. Level 2 soldier is so strong early game. It's unbelievable. So soldier into the second soldier. The barracks will be demolished. Blacksmith farm into the second farm. And now the Gondor player will be trying to save up for... Save up for his stable. Of course, the barracks opening is good for the early presence of Gondor. It gives you the chance to pressure without having to wait for the 800 for the stable, for the Gondor Knights to arrive. So you can have a more active gameplay at the beginning. But of course, it's not the perfect call because it will delay your stable. So your Gondor Knights will be delayed, which means Uruk Pit should be easily level 2. And he will be having eventually a pikeman already on the field before your first horse arrives on the battlefield. Alright, Hobbit is level 3 by the way. He's gonna hit like a truck. Level 6 ability, level 7 ability. Peregrine of the Tower Guard. He's gonna unlock this passive. I mean, it's nothing game changing, it's only a passive damage boost. And now you need to be careful about the Elven Cloak too. So basically we increase the cooldown of Elven Cloak. That means you can't spam it. If you mess it up, you will die. The best way to kill this Hobbit is with the workers. So remember, oh, the soldiers are also here. Oh boy. Level 4 Peregrine Took, boys. Isengard's base is not looking too shabby, but he needs to recruit some berserkers. The Uruks are about to destroy these farms, but you can see the soldier spam allowed the Gondor player to have a really great presence. And he was even able to save a soldier. So remember, you can use them later on to counter the pikemen. So when he can keep the soldier alive, he doesn't need a barracks anymore later on. because soldiers are able to destroy pikemen in a few seconds. Demolishing the building to get half of the money back. 4 furnaces, but he needs Uruk pikemen very soon. Vorchan has been used to deal with the soldiers. Isengard is also creeping with the Vorchan units. The farm here is going to be slowly but surely taken down. The question is, how is Fishy going to use the first Gondor Knight? You don't want to lose too many settlements, because that will delay them to hit level 3. So if you can save them, it would be nice to save them. But again, there is so much stuff you want to do. You want to kill this enemy lumber mill very fast. That's the priority. Hobbit level 4 can kill the Berserk in a few seconds, by the way. So you need to keep dodging. Look, Steve is trying to dodge this. That's very good. Berserk is very fast. Because if the Berserker hits... Look, two-shotting Berserker. Two-shotting. You see? So incredible strong level 4 Hobbit. So incredible strong. He killed 2 Berserker. They also give a lot of command point, power points. Gondor was able to kill the Uruks, getting a level 2 Gondor Knight. Uruk pit level 2. This farm has been destroyed. This farm is going to be saved by the second Gondor Knight. The base is still not looking good. But what we are trying to achieve here is to get to 3 power points as Gondor. That's your golden power spike, because it will give you access to the Ranger special summon from your spellbook to hard counter the enemy pikemen. This game is lagging a little bit, to be honest. The second Elvenwood has been placed. Isengard has like 1 settlement only, but it's about to be destroyed. 1 more Uruk making it to this farm. He might be able to take it down. And very early 3 Gondor Knights from Fishy. It's gonna be hard to destroy this area with like, you need like 3 Berserker to kill this. The soldier and the Hobbit. Hobbit is very strong. Yeah, you need now pikemen, a lot of pikemen actually. Who's lagging? I don't know who's lagging. I think I'm not lagging, to be honest, but the problem is European country connecting to a different continent, Argentina. You know, the distance is too big between these 2 continents and countries. Isengard is at least a full base. He's gonna recruit lords. That also is of course able to deal with the soldiers and also the Pippin. Pippin can survive the cripple by the way, with level 4. And pikemen in 2.2 can creep solo. Smart move, but you don't need Warchant, by the way. You can just do it solo. Which Isengard needs also in this matchup. Gondor is waiting with the Gondor Knights here. I think he was waiting for them to start the creep. Now he will be able to finish it. Industry has been used. That's going to be quite helpful for Isengard. But he has not the best start into the game, I'm being honest with you. Gondor is just creeping way too much. And he has already more than 2 power points in his bank. And he has still this to creep, and this to creep. So when he creeps all of these, which I think this one can't be creeped anymore. When he creeps this 3, there is even this one. I think every creep is still remaining on the field. So without creeping anything, Gondor was already able to collect 2 power points. Lords was able to kill the Peregrine Took, which is good. Full base for Gondor. Upgrade wise, he's going for the Forge Blades and Heavy Armor next. And shields at the same time. Gondor is pretty much rich. But Isengard should also be kind of wealthy. He's going for the Armory, not going for the War Pit. The soldiers, they will go down. But I think Isengard is giving too many creeps to Gondor. Maybe he can contest this. Cripple is on cooldown. Cripple also deals, by the way, bonus damage to the building. So you can eventually snipe the building. Lords hitting hard, that's good. One more hit, but they have heavy armor now. That's gonna be a different story. Okay, nice. Lords, by the way, is level 2, almost level 3. Now we have 3 power points. Now here's the Ranger Summon available from the spellbook, which is gonna be instantly unlocked. And I think Gondor is gonna prepare for a... Oh, that's a very questionable Ranger Summon. Lords might be in trouble though, but he's very close to level 3. He might die here. I think you need to cripple Gondor Knight fast. But you still need to kill at least 2 of them. He's trying to micro with the S button. So S, Volk, S, Volk, S, Volk. But he needs backup. Now he can use Cripple. He's gonna get level 3 now. But in the meantime, Gondor is preparing for a rush. However, one of the Gondor Knights is badly damaged. But there are not many towers, and Uruk-pit is potential open for a potential attack. There comes a pikeman though. Oh, nice micro here from Stevie. Remember, Stevie is on-host player, so his pikemen, they will definitely slaughter. Yo! Fishy is playing extremely well despite the fact that he's not on-host. But this push can't continue anymore. Because the Gondor Knights are basically out of the game. But he was able to save each of them. That's extremely important. So they will recover very, very soon to full HP. Lords fighting against Rangers. 3 shots are needed. The Rangers are pretty much exactly like the Elven Warriors from the Rohan faction when you get 3 power points. They have the same stats too. They have like the same attack speed, same damage output. They also become immune to trample when they are using the sword. It's only like a ranger version for the Gondor, so you have like a more unique power point. Okay, I mean, still a very good map control for Gondor. Extremely good. I think you need War Riders, to be honest with you. So he went for his 3 upgrades. But I think that's going to be a late game potential. He's going for the combos now. I like that one, dude. Oh my goodness, Fishy is adapting quite fast. Combos are so good in 2.22, by the way. Did you just say for Gondor? Yes. Okay, Berserker getting trampled. Beautiful. So now Stevie has to be careful, but he also needs fire arrows. However, his eco is not looking that good. Industry is going to be, of course, very helpful. Gondor is getting quite rich. Will definitely be able to make combos very, very soon. You need 3 units each to get it to level 2. That means you need 3 archers to get your fire arrow purchased, which is cheaper. Also, be careful with the Gondor Knights. You still can't fight this pikeman on the Elven Wood because they have the Forge Blades. They one-shot you. You can fight them maybe when you have like a level 10 horse, you know what I mean? But with Forge Blades, it's going to be still quite risky. So when you want to buy upgrades on your pikemen against horses, you want to buy Banner and Forge Blades. That's the 2 combination. You don't need heavy armor. It's not about surviving, it's about bursting. Okay, Lord's getting more experience, it's good. Level 5 is going to be, of course, very, very important. Ranger Summon is halfway through, has 5 minutes cooldown, as you can see. Lords can't shoot when he's attacked in melee range. Gondor Knights running for their lives. One more archer. You need also Marketplace. Marketplace is so good. I build it every single game when I play this faction. In any matchup, I like to build Marketplace. It gives you so much value. $2,000. He will recruit Boromir, the captain of Gondor. In the meantime, Isengard is taking over the map though. With pikemen, he's upgrading them. It's going to be hard to contest this. Soldiers can do this because Isengard went never for the Warp Pit. He's going for it now. I don't know if he actually purchased the fire arrows, but I hope he did. I hope he did. That's a good placement for the Tainted Land, by the way. Right in front of the Uruk Pit. So it's very important area. Because Gondor will eventually try to destroy your Uruk Pit. So you can fight on this land. You have additional armor. 3 combos go. Oh boy. Oh boy. Does he have fire arrows? Yes, sir. He has fire arrows, 3 combos, Boromir. But Boromir has no leadership yet. So Boromir needs to be at least level 4 for the leadership part. And Isengard has no fire arrows. So basically, pikemen, what can pikemen do against combos? They are very vulnerable against that. He's gonna cancel the Warp Pit and build a furnace instead. The combos are coming. What you would need is actually Saruman. Yona, thanks for the 100 bits, appreciate it. Really means a lot. Thank you, thank you. Boromir is on the hunt, but I mean, of course, Isengard units are still faster. They are the fastest. Uruk pikemen, Urukai crossbowmen, they are the fastest infantry. I mean, elves are very fast too. The only heroes which are faster than Boromir are Lord, Saruman, Legolas, and Aragorn with Andúril. All the other heroes, Boromir got a movement speed boost, so basically he's gonna be a bit faster, but you can still not catch the pikemen. Lord's level 5 is gonna be very important, boys. Very important. He needs only 1 more level for this.
Represent the men of Gondor.
Table turns, things for the follow appreciated. Level 4 unlocked. Oh, Ranger Summon for the 2nd time, coming from the south. Okay. There comes the War Chant. Does he have fire arrows? Yeah, he does. Okay, he does have fire arrows. Nice micro from Fishy. Oh my, that was close. Okay. I think he won't be able to deal way more damage than that. Ranges, I mean, still, you know, you can fish power points. It's about creating pressure and momentum. Lol, Wars host and Shanks 100%. Yeah, the game is freezing a little bit. Commitment now with the pikeman. Heal has been used from the Gondor player Fishy. The Gondor Knight is getting away barely. Level almost 5. It's going to be very important to save him. Lords in the middle, level 4. Outpost has been captured or will be captured by the Gondor player. Again, we are looking for this dude. When he's hitting level 4, it's going to be massive. Thanks for all you do, Shanks. I mean, you don't need to thank me, dude. It's my pleasure to do this. I'm enjoying it as much, at least as much as you guys do. 2 combos, but combos are very vulnerable against Gondor Knights. So you want to make sure that you have some pikemen around them to protect them. Steve is doing a good job taking over the map with his pikemen exclusively. Where is Gandalf at? He doesn't go for Gandalf. He's making even more combos. Now, Soldier, eventually Soldier-Ranger combination could also be nice. But I think he's gonna send the Soldiers solo to counter the pikemen. That's why you need Warg Riders. Also, Warg Riders can be very good against combos. Warg Rider whole ability is reworked, so it gives you now less damage, but also more armor, makes you more tanky. When you combine this with Lord's Leadership and Warchant, you can tank these combos for a long time, unless Boromir is hitting level 4, but, you know, he needs a whole level for this, which is not easy. Remember, Lords can cripple you, and then he can use Carnage and still kill you. And Lords can also catch you. He's still faster than Boromir. But there is a chance. Oh, but look, Steve is feeding power points to Fishy. 4 power points after the Tainted Land and Industry. Outpost will be hard to be captured. So this might actually force Isengard to go for the Freezing Rain and not go for, not for the Field of Fires. Field of Fires is only good when you have a decent amount of map control. We are talking about at least 3-4 lumber mills. If you have like 1 lumber mill, it's not very good. It's better than nothing, but I think it's not the go-to. But you also need to keep in mind that if you want to go for Balrog fast, you need to go for Field of Fires. Rain is going to make your Balrog cost 1 more power point. Because Field of Fires costs 6 power points and Rain costs 7. Will cripple. Boom. The combos, they have no upgrades on them. Isengard is kind of poor. Nah, he's not poor. He's going for the big boy. That's what he's doing. But it's so risky what Steve is doing there. Imagine Gandalf would be recruited. Imagine you cripple him and there is actually a Gandalf on the field. That will give you the information, alert, 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 you know. Lord says no more cripple. Let's kill him real quick. Boromir got shot a little bit. Good looking bees. Taking over the top side also. Towering up. Tower needs to be cancelled. You lose too much money when you don't cancel them. He's gonna lose 700 for each tower. That's a lot of money. There comes a Warchant. That's a very questionable move from Stevie too. There are some Gondor Knights. That's why he's doing it. He needs to target the Gondor Knights with the towers. Fishy is committing a little bit too deep. He might lose this level 3-4 Gondor Knight. He's gonna lose him. Oh, 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 not even close. Oh, 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 it's gone. Almost took it down though, almost took it down. And now Isengard took over the combos with the Saruman. Fight for me and I will reward you. But this one is actually freezing from time to time. He was able to take over the combos. Lord's almost level 5. Lord should be close to the combos to share experience. This combo should be getting close to Saruman so he can blow him up afterwards with the Visa Blast. Boromir is still remaining on the field. There comes the control over to Gondor once again. Lord can cripple if he wants to. There is no Gandalf yet from Gondor. You can catch this Boromir. Boromir is diving in a little bit too deep. He's gonna get crippled like in the films. Lord is saying, Boromir, you will die. Just like I killed you in the films. But he's ignoring him completely. Going for the combos, or rangers rather. He's focusing on the statue. That's a very good move. Because it gives you lots of damage and armor and combat experience. It's a very important building. Fireball. Ranges coming from the other side. But they can be blasted. They will be blasted and sent into abyss. Heal has been used on Boromir. The fight continues, but Isengard should be coming ahead. Because now he has double leadership. Lord's leadership plus Saruman leadership. Then he's saying we can GG. I don't mind his saying. This game is over. Fish is gonna leave, and that's gonna be the first victory for Stevie.